In a world where only one block stands between life and death, breaking it is your only chance to survive. Each strike reveals something new, but not always something you want. As I dig deeper into this strange world, the block becomes more unpredictable and the challenges only get tougher. There are 10 phases in total, each more dangerous than the last. My goal: to survive 100 days and defeat the Ender Dragon. Will I make it, or will I crumble under the pressure? This is 100 days of one block. I started by breaking the one block. At first it gave me some dirt and wood, and then a chest with 2 apples and an oak sapling. I crafted a few sticks, made a crafting table and a wooden shovel. I kept breaking the one block and expanded the platform with dirt to make some space. I also crafted a wooden axe to speed things up. Soon I got another chest. This one had a water bucket. I used it to place a block underneath the one block so gravity affected blocks wouldn't fall into the void. After gathering enough dirt, I expanded the platform further and planted a sapling to grow a tree. I broke the chest and upgraded it to phase 1, the plains. In this phase, the one block can generate different types of wood like birch, along with clay, pumpkins, and even passive mobs like sheep, pigs, and cows. While breaking the block, I got my first pig. I'm gonna name him George. Hello, George. I built him a tiny dirt shelter, nothing fancy, just enough to keep him safe until I could make a proper farm. A little later I got a chicken. I'm gonna name him Henry. George has a new friend now. Then a sheep spawned. I'm gonna name him Sean. And just before the night fell, Daisy the cow joined us in this adventure. Things were getting tight, so I built up some dirt walls to keep everyone safe through the night. Tomorrow I will start working on a proper farm for all my new friends. In the morning I started by building a platform out of oak wood slabs for my small tree farm. Once I was done, I placed dirt blocks and all the saplings I had at the time. After collecting enough wood from the farm, I started building a home for my animals. I built a 22 by 10 platform out of oak wood slabs. I filled the area with dirt blocks, added fences made out of birch wood, and brought each one of them to their new home. Some of them didn't want to go yet, like Daisy. So I just went on with my day. I broke the chest and upgraded to phase 2, the underground. In this phase, the one block can generate cobblestone, coal, iron, and hostile mobs like zombies, skeletons, and creepers. I crafted a cobblestone axe and a pickaxe and got back to work. I got a mushroom cow. I'm gonna name him Mushy. As I was breaking the block, a creeper spawned and caught me off guard. Imagine if the creeper had blown up. I would have fallen into the void and lost all my items. That was actually a close one. So I built a 7 by 7 square around the one block, leaving a 2 block gap on each side. That way I could push off any mobs. I put the rest of the animals into the farm and went back to what? Henry III? How did you escape? Bam! Oh, Sean? You didn't see anything. It was a dream. I placed water on the side so I could get back up in case I failed a 2 block jump. I continued mining the block for the rest of the day and got another mushroom cow. I placed blocks on both sides so I could push him into the farm. Hey, Mushy is the funniest guy in here. He's got the best jokes. Ha! I knew it would work. Just look at them. Back to work. I soon realized I had no space left in my inventory, so it was time to make room for my chest area. I placed a few oak slabs and added 4 double chests to have enough space for the following days. I then put every item I had in my inventory into the chest. Am I the only one who just throws everything in there in a random order like a total mess? Let me know down in the comments. I mined as much iron as I could and made my first set of iron tools. Breaking the one block was so much easier. I was able to collect enough coal and a good amount of cobblestone in just a few minutes. 2 zombies spawned, but I knocked them right off the block. I love this setup. It makes dealing with mobs feel like saying hello and goodbye. As I kept mining, I got a chest with an empty map. I will open it on the last day of this journey. And before I knew it, I had reached phase 3, the Icy Tundra. In this phase, the one block can now generate blocks like snow, spruce wood, and ice. But most importantly, wolves, polar bears, and strays. Right off the start, it gave me a ton of snow, a few spruce wood logs, and a cute wolf. I didn't build a path for him to walk on because it was raining, and I didn't want him to slip and fall. Once the rain stopped, I tamed Lazy and sat him in his new spot. I had an ice block, and if you didn't know, you can make an infinite water supply using a block of ice and a water bucket. So I built a water well, placed down the ice block, and broke. That wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, back to work. A few blocks later, I got a polar bear. I'm going to name him Bobo. As I was breaking the block, I was suddenly invited to a monster party. I was surprised, but that was not what I was expecting. Luckily, I could just hit them and drop them into the void. Later that day, I got a chest with 2 ice blocks. That means 2 attempts. This time, I placed the water first, then the ice block. Maybe I have to break the ice block with a pickaxe? The next morning I got a chest with, guess what, ice. This time I placed a torch next to it to melt the ice block. And it finally worked. And this is how you can make an infinite water supply. I placed a few birch fences on top to make it look better, and it was ready. I broke the chest and upgraded to phase 4, the ocean. The one block can now generate coral blocks, sand, prismarine, and unique mobs such as turtles, guardians, drowned zombies, and fish. I collected every prismarine block I could get, just in case I wanted to build something in the future. But then 2 guardians attacked me from both sides, but I managed to defeat them. As if that wasn't enough, an elder guardian came and left me with 1 heart. The next day, I took a deep dive to wake myself up and spent the whole day chopping trees, regrowing them and chopping them down again. I fed Blazy and went to sleep. After collecting enough wood, it was time to build my crop farm. I made a path out of oak slabs, added birch slabs as an outline, and made a spruce staircase 5 blocks high. I also added dark oak on the sides. Instead of building a simple square-like platform, I extended 6 blocks diagonally on both sides with spruce slabs. Then extended 10 blocks straight and finished it off with the same diagonal structure. The plan was to shape it like an emerald, so when I bring a villager in, he will feel right at home. Then I added dark oak logs 2 blocks high to all corners and filled the entire space with dirt. I started the day with an early monster party. A couple of drowned zombies and a few guardians spawned. They almost killed me, but I won. After this fight, I continued breaking the 1 block, and I upgraded to phase 5, the jungle. In this phase, the 1 block can generate jungle logs and melons, but the best part, it can now spawn ocelots, parrots, and pandas. I didn't have any seeds to tame the parrots, so I let them fly free. I got some cocoa beans from a chest, which I placed on a jungle log so I can make cookies in the future. I got a beautiful white horse, but I didn't have a saddle, and I couldn't just leave him out in the open, so I put him in a safe place and continued my work. Later, Paul the panda spawned, so I built a little path for him to walk on and guided him to the best spot. I spent the rest of the day breaking the 1 block, and that night I upgraded to phase 6, the red desert. In this phase, the 1 block can generate blocks like red sand, acacia wood, and terracotta. It can also spawn camels, husks, and villagers. In the early morning, I started by breaking the red sand and got my first villager. His name was Kai. I made him a bed so he could sleep well at night. Then I got 1 more villager. His name was Griffin, so I made a bed for him too and went back to work. It was raining all night. I could have just stopped and gone to sleep, but I didn't let a few raindrops stop me from reaching my goal. In the morning, I had an intense fight with husks and pillagers, but I managed to defeat them. I went to check if my villagers were okay. Wait, where's Kai? What did you do? You know what? Get in the boat. Bro, come on. Alright, fine. I took Griffin for a little cruise and dropped him off somewhere he couldn't be naughty. A little while later, another villager finally spawned. I got him into the boat and cruised him over to Griffin. His name was Arnold. As I was watching the beautiful sunset, I upgraded to phase 7, the Nether. This block introduces new blocks such as netherrack, ancient debris, and obsidian, which we will later use to build a nether portal, and also new mobs like blazes, ghasts, and piglins. I wanted to extend my tree farm, build a sugarcane bamboo farm, and a mob farm for XP. So, as you can tell, I needed a lot of wood. I chopped down a lot of trees that day. After collecting enough, I separated all the animals and added a finishing touch to my crop farm. Once that was done, I took Arnold to our crop farm and added fences so he wouldn't fall. After a quick check, he asked if I could add fences on the staircase too, and I could tell he loved it. It was time to make a proper tree farm. I built a big area with oak slabs, added dirt every 2 blocks, and for an outline, I placed birch slabs. In the first row, I planted birch saplings, spruce saplings on the second and third row, and finally oak saplings on the last row. I decided to add birch fences and a few torches. It came out looking gorgeous. The next day, I helped Arnold harvest and plant our crops and fed all the animals. To finish my sugarcane bamboo farm, I chose birch slabs as the outline and birch fences on the sides. I'm not that good, but I think it looks okay. For the mob farm, I used 3 types of wooden slabs to add texture and make the path stand out. I built a 10x8 platform using spruce wood slabs. Once I filled the entire area, I built a small platform, placing a 2x2 square in the center with slabs on top. I built a wall around it and went 22 blocks high on all 4 sides. That height is enough to leave the mobs with just 1 heart. I extended the platform 8 placed blocks outward on each side, added walls, connected everything, and filled the spawn area with spruce planks. Then I placed trapdoors to trick the mobs into thinking it's a solid block, so they will walk right off. With the help of flowing water, they all get pushed into the center. Once that was done, I built a 2-block high wall all around and finished it off with a roof using spruce slabs. I didn't forget to place torches on top so no mobs could spawn up there. Last, I broke the first layer to reveal the area where I would hit the mobs. I waited a few minutes to test it, and here they came. It worked perfectly. I thought that spruce slabs combined with spruce fences would add a unique touch, so I added spruce slabs for the outline on both sides of the pathway and spruce fences all around the mob farm, and it came out looking good. I got so distracted with all the new builds, helping Arnold with the farm, feeding animals, and planting sugarcanes over and over again, that I completely forgot about the 1-block. In the morning, I got my first obsidian block. Then a wither skeleton spawned, but I just knocked him off the block and continued breaking the 1-block. It gave me a chest with 2 blaze rods, which will be useful for crafting ender eyes. The block also gave me a block of ancient debris. I was getting a lot of obsidian blocks with ease, but these 2 hoglings didn't like it, so they tried to stop me, but they failed. That night, 2 blazes spawned, throwing non-stop fireballs at me. They didn't know I had a bow and quite a lot of arrows, so I caught them by surprise and took them down. I spent 20 more minutes breaking the block, and by the end of the day, I had managed to get 2 blaze rods, a bunch of other nether blocks, and 5 obsidian blocks. I'll need 5 more to build the nether portal. In the morning, I woke up happy, but the block had other plans. I faced the hardest fight yet. A blaze and the ghast started throwing fireballs at me. Somehow, they managed to knock me off my island. Thanks to my waterfall, I survived, but it wasn't over. I used my bow to take out the ghast, but he didn't like it and he hit me twice, almost killing me. After finally taking him down, the blaze was the last real threat. I found an open window and shot him with my bow. Then I jumped into the right waterfall channel, swam up, and took out the last 2 zombified piglets and claimed victory. It didn't take long to repair the damage. I placed a few slabs and fences here and there, then got back to breaking the 1-block. After that fight, I was rethinking my entire strategy, because I knew I couldn't go through that again. But things got even worse. It was late at night when a blaze spawned. I needed blaze rods, so I trapped him on my platform, hoping he will drop one. Unfortunately, I got nothing, not even a single rod. I even double-checked my inventory, ate a baked potato, and went back to work. Wait, why is my tree farm on fire? How did that happen? Yeah, this damn blaze. In the morning, I fixed everything, placed missing slabs and fences, chopped down the remaining wood, and spent time regrowing and chopping trees to get more saplings. Once that was done, I mined the 1-block and upgraded to phase 8, the Idyll. After surviving the Nether, this was a calm, peaceful part of the journey. The block could now generate cherry wood, quartz blocks, beehives, bees, and cats. Now that I had a mob farm and unlimited XP, it was time to build a unique area for the enchanting table. I made a staircase and created an outline using acacia wood. For the inner layer, I used red sandstone, followed by mangrove planks, and finished it off with red nether bricks. I added red nether brick walls all around, placed acacia logs on the sides of the staircase, and most importantly, the enchanting table. I placed a chest and stored my lapis lazuli and XP bottles to make it more accessible. Added a few dead bushes and 15 bookshelves around the enchanting table. I crafted a full diamond armor and a diamond sword, and started farming XP from my mob farm so I could enchant my tools and armor. got Protection 4 and Thorns 2 on my chestplate, Protection 4 and Unbreaking 3 on both my leggings and helmet, and Unbreaking 3 on my boots. I was feeling strong and ready. Out of nowhere, 2 cute cats spawned, and I used my only 2 fish to tame them. I'm gonna name them Luna and Milo. I upgraded to phase 9, the Desolate Land. This is one of the last phases. The 1 block can now generate pale wood, mycelium dirt, and stone bricks. The mobs it can spawn are phantoms and silverfish. With my enchanting tools, I was able to break all types of blocks with ease. It was like cutting butter. I got a chest and this one had a book inside. If you made it this far, you're a legend. That's true. After breaking the chest, I upgraded to phase 10, the end. This is the moment we have been waiting for. It's finally near. The 1 block now offers endstone, purple blocks, obsidian, and new mobs like endermen, shulkers, and endermites. I was ready to fight and beat the ender dragon. I mined the 1 block all day until I got a chest with 2 ender pearls. The next morning, I got jumpscared by the ender dragon. Right in front of me was the end portal, and inside the chest, just 1 enderite. I crafted 2 more with the ender pearls I had and carefully placed each one, but 1 was still missing. I broke the last chest and upgraded to phase 11, the Afterphases. This phase was literally a luck block. It could generate anything from the previous phases. I wanted to test my luck by breaking the 1 block until I got an enderman, but that never happened. So it was time for plan B. Go to the Nether and trade with a piglin. I gathered everything I needed and built the Nether portal. I took my time designing it and the end result was amazing. After crafting a flint and steel, I slowly made my way to the portal and activated it and stepped in. After digging for a while, I finally found another fortress. I searched every chest I could find, hoping to get 1 ender pearl, but nothing. Then I spotted a bastion. Using my ninja skills, I made my way down and looted their treasure. There were 2 netherite upgrades, a couple of netherite ingots, and a whole bunch of gold blocks. I found a piglin and started trading. At first, he just threw a bunch of useless junk at me, but after almost an hour, he finally handed me over what I came for, ender pearls. I went back to the overworld, made 1 final eye, and placed it. Before jumping in, I wanted to build a small display area for the dragon egg and the dragon head. I used all kinds of end city blocks, placed a diamond block as the stand, added the final touches, and it was ready. I jumped into the portal. I ate a golden apple and used my bow to take out the end crystals one by one. After destroying the last one, I waited for the dragon to descend. With my enchanted netherite sword, I struck from below, doing a ton of damage. There was no turning back on it. When he perched for the final time, I struck him with the final blow and officially took down the Ender Dragon once and for all. For the dragon egg, I dug a hole, placed a torch underneath it, and broke the block so I could collect it properly. After that, I found the end getaway portal to the outer end islands and started searching. It took some patience, but eventually I found this ship. I looted the chest, water bucketed it down, ate another golden apple, and threw a risky ender pearl. But I got lucky and landed it perfectly. I grabbed the elytra and the dragon head, then took off, flying back across the void. After a long journey, I found an end getaway portal and landed back to the main island. I jumped into the end portal, and just like that, I was back home. I felt pure joy placing the dragon egg and the dragon head on the diamond block. It was such an epic moment for me. That night, I slept like a baby. The next morning, I woke up relaxed and happy. After all those days, it was finally time to open the map. Just take a look at that. It's so beautiful. Yo, what the? No!